WK3 has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this Big Ten battle.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The give on the inside. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
Not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block that. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
It's complete to the right.
That's one I think if the running back could have over, he would just let that ball sail out of bounds incomplete. Because he made the catch, but lost yards because of it. It wasn't an accurate throw. He'll know next time to just let that ball go.
Looking to pass. It's Manning. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. The Longhorns look to keep this drive humming. Right back to the well. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Throws to the tight end. Incomplete. He threw that one up for grabs and into traffic. Fortunate to get it back. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to fire deep.
Oof.
And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
Well, you see them there taking the shot. I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their heads. They're going to be expecting run.
Makes the catch, converts on 4th down, is still on his feet. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7.
That is a huge play early in this game. We came into this thing wondering just how aggressive this offense wanted to be, and there you go. First half, 4th and long. We're not bringing the punter out on the field. We've got to...
He's going for the goal line, and he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Longhorn! Ready to try the point after.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. On the run, it's Thomas.
I'll tell you what, sometimes towards the end of that play where you see you're not getting anywhere, I'd like for you to just lower your shoulder and get a few yards. I just don't love it when they finish and run out of bounds.
You know, though, we've both been around so long, and we've seen a lot of guys try to make a play every single time, and it ends up making things worse.
No, I get it. You can fight for extra yards. Sometimes you go backwards or sometimes you lose the football. But, man, I want to put my offense in the best position. That means I need to go lower my shoulder, fall forward, get some extra yards.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Bringing the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you can tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44.
When he's a two-minute offense. When you're this explosive, this offense creates the big play, completely flips the field position right away, now in a position to go ahead and score points before the half.
Back to pass. It's Iamaleava. Quarterback now breaking the field. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
Really nice job by the defense. They know the quarterback was outside the pocket. They were still able to get a hat on him just as he was trying to make that throw and force the incompletion.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Out of the gun to give to the middle. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Holds it in. Offense has gained momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. The Bruins getting set on 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Got a man. It's Thomas. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
The screen, and watch out. Turning it. Got some room into the goal line. Touchdown, Bruins. A great catch and run for 6.
And I love it. Trust your passing game. Trust your quarterback because you know he can execute. You have confidence in him. And that is the way you finish a first half. And now you got a chance to tie this football game.
The extra point here would tie the game. And he makes the extra point. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Looking for a man. It's Manning. Gonna take a shot. He's got it along the sideline. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
And I know, Jesse, you love this, and you're really excited because both teams are clicking on all cylinders, but eventually, at some point, we will get a stop, and maybe whoever forces a turnover or does something halfway decent on defense, maybe they'll win this ball game.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has
Just plowing ahead. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking to throw on first down. He's going to take off. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell.
Third down play in the red zone, and this crowd is at fever pitch. They'll try to get the first through the air. Complete. They got the first down and plenty more, and now set up with a first and goal. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Touchdown, Texas! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession.
And that is a perfect job by the offense, executing that 2-minute situation. The quarterback was really in charge and focused. Made sure that all the right decisions were being made with respect to execution and the clock. This is something you practice all season long, and they execute the 2-minute perfectly here at the end of the half.
seconds of the first half. Let's see just how aggressive they'll be. To the air, it's EMG. He's going for a big play downfield. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
And it's funny, right before that play, I'm thinking to myself, I wonder if this offense is just going to play conservative here with the field position, the fact they haven't scored a ton of points so far in this game, just run the ball and take it into halftime. No, they're being aggressive, and not just that. They're taking deep shots way down the field to give the defense credit. They were ready for it, forcing that incompletion.
We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Longhorns will kick it away to crank up the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They keep it on the ground to open the third. It continues to be a long day as they are just swarming every time he gets the ball. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Under fire. No, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. Trying to take it back. The 30.
Not all guys have the ability to break on the football, go make a play, and catch it. You play defense for a reason. A lot of wide receivers are the ones that do most of the catching. Great job by the defense securing the INT.
The give to the back. Makes one man miss. He's pulled down after a tough run. Gets it to the 6.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
Well, the defense was trailing going into halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Dropping back, it's Manning.
You gotta fucking catch that!
In the end zone instead, it'll be 4th down.
Man, what a great break on the ball. Way to knock it down. But, man, in this situation, they're almost in field goal range. Got a chance to maybe take some points off the board. That's a big play that we might circle back to later.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Touchdown, Longhorns! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
Have a day, young fella. I foresee some social media posts in his future. Not 1, not 2, but 3 receiving touchdowns on the day. What a ball game.
And they tacked on the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll call for the fair catch here. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking downfield on first down. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
Well, give the defense credit because they're forcing this quarterback to throw into very small windows under duress.
Give to the running back. They keep feeding him in this running game, and the defense is having none of it. It's been that way all day. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Fires to the wideout. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
the third quarter. This quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking downfield, it's Manning. Moving away from pressure. And he'll just get rid of that one.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket. Nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to hit this first down.
On 3rd down, going up top. He got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Texas. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. This dude is lighting it up for the Horns, and some old-school Horn fans starting to think about that 500-yard 4-touchdown day Vince Young had against Oklahoma State.
And bringing back great memories, and there's been some good runs at quarterback. You think about Colt McCoy, too, man. He put up some serious numbers, some serious wins. Can this be the next guy to catapult this offense, to bring Texas back to prominence?
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The offense changing the play. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Quickly out to the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. And the Bruins want to pick up the tempo.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat.
He's loose on the right. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws, just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
And a nice job by the offense picking up the blitz, understanding that extra guy was coming, and creating just a little bit of a hole for that running back to slither through and get some positive yards.
He has had a long day at the office, not to mention the backfield, as the defense has been all over him. They're looking at a 3rd down and short from the 33. To the air, it's Iamalayama. Pulls it in, it's Thomas. Finds a crease at the 20. That'll be enough for a 1st down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line.
That's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. It gets an explosive play for this offense.
Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
The Bruins need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on 3rd down. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
And this offense put together a really good drive, man. Like, that was a good drive, but 3rd down in the red zone when the field starts to shrink, they really struggle to try to find a play to get someone open.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. He's brought down. A short return to the defense comes out on top with a pick.
And this guy showing off his hands again, understanding where the football's going. He breaks on the football so quick. And guess what? He makes plays when he breaks on it. That's 2 interceptions here through 3 quarters of a football game.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. The Longhorns with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, second and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's third down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
Third and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, third and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. Easy pitch, easy catch, first down.
They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. And the Longhorns are on the move. Looking for a man. It's Manning. He wants to go deep.
Bro, how is that happening, bro?
And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Longhorns! He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
The defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The run from the shotgun. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
Well, not a great run there, but I think what the coaching staff is trying to do is they're trying to help out the quarterback. He's thrown interceptions on each of his last 2 drives. The best way to try to settle him down is to get the running game established. But I think the defense is aware of that right now, loading the box. Everybody up front is ready for the run.
Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get him to the ground. We want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. What do? You set up fourth and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
They got him for the sack, and that'll be a turnover on downs. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Dropping back, it's Manning. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
How about this defense coming out aggressive on first down? They're in the red zone. They're like, no. We're going to take the fight to you. Now setting up a second down and long and putting them in a
Deep shot for the end zone. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
He just barely got enough of that one and just barely kept it straight enough, too. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air on first down. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And And this defense came to play. They know about the high-profile QB. They rose to the challenge and dominated the competition today.
Oh my God.
And they made no doubt about who's the better football team.
And the Bruins need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on third down. Wants to adjust the pattern. On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. He slings it deep to the left. Makes the grab. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. The Bruins come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the wideout. To the air, it's EMG. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when you're...
And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Man, this defense did a perfect job understanding the situation. You know you got the lead. You know they're going to be passing. And you come after the quarterback, get the big hit. You get pressure on the quarterback, good things happen, and they make the big INT.
Nice move there. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
And the defense down in this game, they just can't do anything to stop this offense at this point, David. Right now, they know they're going to be trying to run the football and try and ice the game, but there's nothing at this point it seems they can do.
Yeah, and it's frustrating. I got to sell out, man. I got to bring as many guys to the line of scrimmage as I can. I got to find a way to get this ball back to my offense. The clock is not my friend, and them running the football is only going to run this thing out quicker. I got to find a way to make something happen, strip the football.
And that ball is intercepted at the goal line.
Obviously, this game hasn't gone the way they would have liked. The coaches are always looking for positive moments and things that you can build on. How about that young man going out, getting an interception? Yeah, they're being blown out. They're probably not going to win this football game, but that is the type of play that as a coaching staff you can build on for next week's game.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback, and I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had 0 rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions.
We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And of course he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with.
Oh my God.
You got that bond and that trust.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here with a big lead in the game. They're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force...
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Turning on the Jets. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down.
When you talk about creating big plays in a running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field. What a big game for the offense.
And the Bruins now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Looking to throw, it's EMG. Takes the easy throw in the flat. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. The Bruins want to move quickly. To the ground to try to move the chains. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down.
Man, a lot of times when you blitz that linebacker, it's about timing. You don't show your hand, and he gets up to the line of scrimmage, gets right through the line, makes the tackle for a loss.
And as soon as the running back gets the football, he's got a face full of linebackers.
You got to have a little better block. You got to identify that blitz a little bit faster by the offensive line.
They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. Second down, they'll go to the air. He lobs one high down the left side. Got it! And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, oh, I had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Fair catch, called for and made. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Here's a throw downfield late. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep fighting until the very end of the football game.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. Making side adjustments here. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Really good job there. Don't force anything. Take your time, and he finds his man for the first down.
Yeah, and I think really good job by seeing the defense. Understand that they're dropping back. They're taking away most things. All right, get the ball to my running back. He can make plays after he catches it. Nice job by the quarterback seeing the situation and where to go with the football.
And that's why this running back's a big weapon here, right? Because not only can he run the ball, but he can catch it too. Even running flat routes when you know the ball's going to be in the air a long way, he can adjust to it, make something good happen after the catch. And quite honestly, they need him because they've thrown a couple of picks now in this game. They've got to find a way to get this guy more involved.
So the PI penalty cost the defense 15 and a fresh first down for the O. And the Bruins come to the line with a new set of downs. Scanning the field, it's EMG. Unloads to the wideout. Snagged in the middle, it's Robinson. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. And Jesse, there's a huge mountain to climb here, but you might as well start with a chunk play.
Well, you got to start somewhere, Reese. It's been tough going for this offense all game long. They find themselves in a hole, but I love the aggressive nature. Keep taking shots. Keep trying to claw your way back into this one.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. And listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Oh, he's going to be brought down. A huge loss on the play. Defense will use a timeout. 22 seconds remaining in the game. Defense feeling it here, trying to put a stop to this drive and maybe this game after that earlier sack. They're throwing for it on fourth down. Shoots it to the left. And it's another interception as his assault on the record book continues. Taking it the other way. Running in inside the 20. Touchdown, Texas! The defense takes matters into its own hands. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
And this has been the story of the game. Everything going their way. Offensively, special teams, and now on defense. Here in the fourth quarter, they're still being aggressive. They're still jumping these throws. And he picked that thing off and took it all the way to the house.
He'll bring it out. It's Matthews. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. One more play to pad the stats. Quarterback making adjustments. Back to pass. It's EMG. He's going up top here late in the game. It's picked off, and that's number 10. And he goes to the ground, and that's how this game is going to end. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy. Great execution. Just beat down in every facet.
I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm. And we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field. Defense was not giving anything up. What a great game plan coming in. And this was just total domination.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching it.